All right, everyone. Hello and welcome to another episode of Knights Table Media, the podcast and show. We have Jeremy Brown joining us today. Thanks for joining us today, Jeremy.
Of course, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And Jeremy appeared in 27 matches last year, career since season high, 235 kills, CVC, second team all conference player. And the Knights were just preseason ranked number one nationally. So a lot of exciting hype or well-deserved hype rather into the season coming up. Got a scrimmage here coming up in a few days and season just around the corner. So Jeremy, let's kick things off. From Arizona, what made you go from Arizona to across the country to Southern Virginia?
Well, it's kind of a long story, but um, basically, my oldest brother played baseball here, um, and it was a while ago. So I'd been out here for a baseball game, but I was very young. I don't really remember it too well. And then I was just in Arizona playing volleyball, um, and I went to a camp, and Tom was at the camp. He he really impressed me. Um, and then invited me on a visit, and I had a couple of different offers. I had a bunch of other schools that I was looking into and applying for, and I had all my applications getting ready. And then I came on a visit to SVU and walked on campus. And like the second I walked on campus, I knew this was the place I needed to go. And so I didn't even finish uh, my my applications for any other schools because I was like,
This
I'm
is
going to
it.
SVU. Like this is where I need to be. So yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear. And I feel like that's a similar kind of response and stories. A lot of athletes that end up at SVU and kind of the first initial reaction is like it's way out there. And then that once they get kind of out there and get their feet out there and see what it's all about, they love it. And so maybe talking to kind of the younger athletes who are looking to play, athletics or just attend SVU. You mentioned a little bit, but what kind of makes it different from the other schools that were recruiting you, besides kind of the coaches and players? Is there anything else that kind of brought you in?
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely the coaches. We at SBU we have, Tom Peterson is a legend
Yep.
in any division, just a legend in the sport of volleyball in general. So that was a big pull, and that kind of got me out on my visit. But
Mhm.
just the people, my teammates are my brothers,
Yeah.
and then my teachers as well have my back. Um, I feel like there's no other university where you'll like sit in a class and then like after the class, the teacher will like invite you over and be like, "Hey, like I'm having dinner at my house Sunday. You should come, like
Yeah.
invite you over for dinner." That just doesn't happen in other places. So I just really enjoyed the community that is SVU because we are kind of in the middle of nowhere, so
Right.
we kind of have to rely on people to you know lift us, and everyone here does a really good job of that.
Awesome. Yeah, good to hear. And then regarding kind of SVU, the teammates, coaches, teachers, etc., what's been, on court, off the court, either way, what's been your favorite moment or memory since being at SVU?
There's a lot of great memories. I have a ton. Um, the relationships I built with guys is
Hmm.
probably the thing I hold most dear.
Yep.
But the thing that stands out the most to me is probably last year in the conference tournament. Um, we're playing the last play. And, my little brother, he played for us last year. He's now on a mission in Peru.
Hmm.
But last year, he was very good player. High all state in Arizona. Could have played wherever he really wanted to.
Yeah.
Chose to come here, and behind me and Christian, it's really hard to get some playing time in his position because he plays the same position as me and our
Yep.
All American Christian Schaefer, right? So
Yep. Yep.
he's been battling all year and trying make a name for himself, and he's been doing a really good job. But it's just hard with like the depth that we have, right?
Yeah.
But in that last game point, Jaron got the opportunity, he subs in to serve, goes, bombs this ball, puts the other team out of system, absolute rip. I make a diving dig, give the ball to Christian. Christian puts it away, and we won. And I was able to go and like pick up my little brother on the
Legendary.
like after winning the conference championship. And the shout out to the media team. I got a great picture of it. It's my screensaver, but that's probably my favorite moment play here
Awesome.
at SBU.
Oh yeah, no, that's what movies are made of there. You find a screenwriter for that. That's legendary. Love to hear it. And then kind of sticking with the volleyball side of it and yourself. But why did is there a special reason why you were number 10, a favorite number, or is it just whatever number they gave you?
Well, it's a long story. I really like 10. My like Little League baseball, like your little kids are wearing like 1 through 4, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah, all the way up.
yeah, and then like 7 through 8 is like mediums, and so like the bigger numbers were the bigger. So like 10 through
10 was
50,
it.
like 10 through 13 were like the larger numbers.
Yeah.
So I've been wearing 10 since I was in Little League, and I really like the number, and I wore it in every sport in high school that I played. I was number 10. And then my freshman year, I was number 10. And then after my mission, I came back and Tyler Schaefer was number 10. So I wore 4 the last 2 years, but
Yep.
now we're
Back to
back with
10.
10, and I'm excited to get it back.
Awesome. Yeah. And kind of regarding the games and whatnot, what are your game day shoes? Do you switch home and away? What's your strategy there?
Um, so yeah, I actually just got a new pair of shoes. I'm so excited about
Here
them.
we go.
Last year I was wearing just a pair of all white New Balances that I really liked.
Yep.
But this year I got a pair of the Book ones, right?
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Book's my favorite basketball player at the moment. They're all white with the Nike logo is the snakeskin,
Yep.
which was an ode to the D-backs, which is my favorite baseball team. So it
Okay.
kind
Here
of
we go.
kind of all played in for the senior year shoe. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to be rocking home and away
Per-
this year.
Perfect. We'll be looking forward to see the kicks out there and doing that whole deal. And then before you get ready for a game, what's the pregame meal? What's your go-to meal to fire you up for the game?
I'm kind of weird. I don't eat a ton before a game. So what I do is I always have like a big breakfast so I have energy through the game.
Yep.
But I'll like maybe a granola bar, or like away
Okay.
games we always get like subs before the game,
Yeah.
and like they cut it in half, and I'll maybe eat like a half of a half maybe. And I don't know. I watched this like I can never really eat before a game. And then
Yeah.
I was listening to this podcast, and these guys talk about they're professional volleyball players, and they're talking about how like they don't like to eat before a game because they kind of like, I don't know, the hunger, like
Yeah.
fight or flight, kind
I
of like
see.
activate that, which I don't know if I agree with totally, but like I don't know, I just kind of I can't eat before a game, so I don't really eat, and then I eat a ton after. Right after I slam the rest of that sandwich, and then whatever we eat for dinner too.
Yeah, yeah, love it. And then as the obviously the preseason's here, coming up in the next few days and the season's around the corner, what was the off-season training like, traveling, things you worked on, etc.?
Yeah, so I had a great opportunity this summer. I spent it coaching volleyball camps. So gotta play a lot of volleyball. Gotta be around the sport a ton. But the biggest change from last year to this year, and obviously we didn't finish last year like we wanted to. That group of seniors, or the group of their juniors last year, us group of seniors now, and we
Hmm.
really came together and we're like, something has to change, right? We've fallen short these last couple of years. We need to change how we attack, the summer, and attack that preseason. So
Right.
the summer was really good. I know that a lot of guys were traveling and had jobs different places, and it's pretty hard to get into a gym, play
Mhm.
volleyball. But I knew everyone on my team was putting in work, trying to get better each and every day. And we were sending texts all the time, like, "Today I got better by
Okay,
this." Like, kind of
gotcha.
like I trained for a national championship by doing this today.
Hmm.
And there was a ton of FaceTime calls between guys and group calls, and just making sure that like we as a team we knew that like this goal doesn't start, it didn't start when we started preseason, right? It started the second we
Months
lost to
ago.
NYU.
Uh-huh. Oh, and
And
then
then
I was gonna ask. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah. And then, we once we all got back together, every practice, every open gym has just been a competitive fight.
Love it.
Just we need to win, we need to get better, we need to improve. And then right after that practice, we need to be brothers. And I feel like we have a group this year that really bought into the fact that we are brothers, but we're going to fight for everything.
That's awesome. Do you guys have kind of like a team motto or any? I mean, don't share any team secrets, obviously, but kind of something you're striving for, kind of something you guys say a lot or tell each other.
Right. I feel like for each of the like everyone has their own kind of thing that we say, but like
Mhm.
they all kind of get like thrown into it. But like some of the things that stand out to me are um, be scrappy, right? Don't let a ball hit the floor. You're getting that ball up in the air. Doesn't matter where you're going. You're getting that
Mhm.
ball up in the air. And then set the tone has been a big um, thing for us, right? The first drill, our warm up drill needs to be different, right?
Yeah.
We can't go in and you know just drag our feet through like even a stretching session, dynamic stretching. Like we can't just like take it easy, right? We need to set the tone early so we can have a good practice all the way through. And
Yeah.
we've really bought into that this year.
That's great. Yeah, you're firing me up just sitting here in the interview right now. I'm ready to run through a brick wall. But kind of one last kind of question is for from the fans rather. I had someone message me and ask the names of your desert tortoises. I don't know if
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying that right. So yeah, if you rattle those off for us.
yeah. So yeah, it's funny. My dad for Easter, I was probably like 8. My dad got 2 desert tortoises, and then we've just like acquired more because people are like moving. They're like, hey, we know you have some. Can you take more? So we have a little enclosure on our back. And we have a ton, but at the moment we got Ichabod, Wrinkles, Pickles, Luke, Barney, Festus,
Nice.
Scab, and Darth Crouton.
There
I
you go.
think are back there, and then um, Jaundice recently passed away, so
Yeah,
it was sad to lose him.
unfortunately with a name like that, he didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, no, he didn't. But yeah, we have a pretty fun time naming those. Me and my brothers have a list of just goofy names that we come
Yeah.
up with, and we'll send them to each other. But yeah,
That's awesome. Good to hear. And then just closing out here, Jeremy, thanks for joining us today, and we're looking
of
forward
course.
to the season. But any kind of last remarks, things fans can expect from the team, yourself, what they have to look forward to in this 2025 campaign.
Just be ready. Our our team has. It feels like we've been building up to this point, right? 3 years ago, we kind of got that core group together, right? We're kind of an outside look at what we wanted, right? We're outside look at our goal, and we shocked some people, beating Springfield in the first round. Nobody had us winning that game, and we won
Mhm.
that game, and then we put up a good fight against a really good Vassar team, right? And then last year, um, everyone knew we were good, and we kind of had the glow on us. We
Right.
were going into the tournament ranked number 1, and that the, that put a big target on our backs, right? Win a good game against St. Joe's, and then we fall in 5 to NYU, and that was very hard. And I know that it was very disappointing, right? I lost a lot of sleep over that game, and I know my teammates were very, very distraught after that one. But this year it's the last go for this core
Yep.
group, right? So be ready because we are ready. We're a team. We're gonna win it as a team. It's not one guy. There's we got the biggest roster we've had in a long time, and be ready for us 20, where no one can stop us. In my
Love it.
opinion, when we're on, no one can stop us. So be ready for that. Come to the games, cheer loud. We love having a good crowd at the games. It's nothing beats the barn
Mhm.
on a Friday night playing whoever, and there's just people there. I'm getting emotional talking about it. Like that's probably the thing I'm gonna miss the most. But this school means so much to me. The people here mean so much to me, and we're gonna do it for them. We're gonna do it for them. It's not about an individual. It's not about myself. It's about the team, and our team extends to all the people that go to SVU and all the people in the community of Buena Vista. So yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, like I said, you fired me up. I don't think I could sit down any longer. I'm ready to rock
yeah,
and roll here. But hey, I appreciate you taking time today and sharing kind of your thoughts, experiences at SVU, and we'll be sure to stay in touch. And thanks for joining us.
perfect. Thanks for having me.
Yep. See ya.